Hi everybody, now for my next movie review. As I mentioned in the last video, this one is extremely related to what I just shot. Usually this video is, like, if you buy like the DVD of it, it's mixed in with, the Blair Witch, which I just reviewed. Um, but of course, as I mentioned in the last video, this of course is on a VHS tape that I have here. So, you can actually go online to Amazon.com and buy the videotapes, which I've had these since literally 1999. They still, these are the actual, videotapes. They play just fine, and no, I am not selling these on Amazon. Not going to happen. It's, of course, The Curse of the Blair Witch. This is, of course, the original tape. What it is like they talk more with this lady here. In this, they also have interviews with like their family and friends and whatever. And of course, this was also released in 1999. And it's in color and black and white. This is 44 minutes long. And it's worth actually seeing this. And it goes over. It says even on here, discover the mythology over 2 centuries, conflict between authorities and the volunteers on the search, see the only pieces of evidence that they found, missing students' families' photos, and some of the footage from the Blair Witch Project. And some of this actually, as well, is like they show a lot of Rustin Parr's like death house interviews and whatever. And it's more in like a little mini TV show with some like guy. I can't even describe what he's like. You just have to watch the video for it to make sense. I would say he looked like a hippie, but that would be wrong. It's just he didn't look like like a minister, put it that way, like a suit and tie kind of thing. But it really is, and I just wanted to quickly say, this will probably be really quick. This is actually worth seeing, because, it's, like, interesting. Like, they go over, like, the murders a little bit more at Coffin Rock, Rustin Parr's child massacres in 1941. And, it's like it talks about, like, the kids more, the 3 students, like Heather and Josh, a lot more, and, it, like, goes into, like, what people believed in, like, notebooks and stuff like that, like, that explain, like, about, like, the belief system back in the, 17th century and everything. And and one thing, and I didn't mention this in the last video, but it goes perfectly with, of course, this one, like, you have to remember, like, if they considered back in the 17th century a person to be a witch or a warlock, it's punishable by death. Let's face it, think Salem witch trials. And they do mention the Salem witch trials in that video, a couple of times. Like, they make passing reference to it, and that, this was, like, one of the worst things that one guy said that, has happened is, he called it the burning years. I remember that. And I'm just like, this is, some really twisted stuff. And it's like the death house videos of Rustin Parr that's shown in this, in The Curse of the Blair Witch. It's like you sit there and you're like, okay, because you're like, it's like you have to back it up and think about it. And it's like a couple of times I had to rewind it and watch it and just go, what? It's like one of those things like you're trying to wrap your mind around it. And I'm not stupid by any means, it's just one of them things that, you watch it and you're like, what? It's like, back it up, you rewind it and watch it again, and you have to think about it. And incidentally, and one thing, and I want to say it here about, Blair Witch, which it goes into, the curse of the Blair Witch, a lot of, the stuff that they go over in Curse of Blair Witch is, like they talk about in more detail about how, it's like they just, it was like a descent into madness for Rustin, and, you know, like, why Ellie Cadworth would want to kill the kids because she got, you know, like, they kicked her out because, you know, they found her draining it, you know, like, leeching a kid, or like, you know, like she was healing a kid and the kid just took it the wrong way and they banished her. They tied her to a tree in the middle of the woods in the middle of the winter, and she, of course, froze it. Subsequently got, you know, frostbite and died, you know, and it killed her, obviously. You know, because back then, you know, like, the, you know, herbal remedy stuff, you know, wasn't taken nearly as seriously as, you know, it would be today. Like, you know, if somebody was to tell you, oh, I'm trying to take some herbal medicine for, you know, whatever, you know, you're like, okay, you know, that's fine, you know, and if you get it from, like, some herbal medicine store, that's not considered a big deal. But, you know, back then, you know, and you have to put this in perspective, and it was mentioned in this, you know, they made a big stink out of that kind of stuff because, you know, oh, it's witchcraft and witchcraft, because a lot of people were illiterate and misinformed and, you know, like, zealots and everything. I mean, let's face it, like I mentioned earlier in this video, Salem witch trials, folks. You know, I mean, they, you know, were being a pack of zealots, you know, that were misinformed and probably ate bad bread, and, you know, just a bunch of kids trying to be bad and get out of being punished for stuff that, you know, they were causing trouble and whatever, you know. I mean, seriously, you gotta really think about that, you know. It's like, really? But anyway, I just wanted to do, you know, a movie review, of course, for the Blair Witch Project, which was in the last video. And then, of course, in this video, The Curse of the Blair Witch. I decided to do these two tonight because I noticed, when I was uploading the last two videos, the one about X-Men First Class and the one about talking about family plots, that, you know, I had overlooked, you know, this video. I may or may not eventually get Blair Witch 2, which is the Book of Secrets, or something like this, Book of something, and do a movie review on that one. I've seen it once. There's no lie, I have seen it once. I saw it on video, on, appropriately enough, another VHS tape. I may or may not eventually get around to, like, if I can find it at the library or something, you know, I might check it out there, even if I have to go to the Cincinnati library, which, of course, in case you guys don't know, I live about 10-15 minutes south of Cincinnati, so I can go to that library over there and actually, you know, check out stuff. I mean, in fact, I did recently, and I might talk about those books that I checked out lately on my main channel. Sorry, there's a gnat flying around here that I've been trying to swat at all day. But anyway, I want to thank you guys for watching and tell you to keep out an eye for a couple more videos. I should be probably making some more here in the near future. Alright? Thanks. Bye.